Randy Reid here for Dojo Nation, sponsored by Dojo Max. Hey, listen, a lot of people are doing some rebranding out there these days, meaning they're changing the name of their school to reflect other things they're doing. What is in a name? A lot is in a name. I think it's important when you're first getting started to come as close as you can to having a name that reflects what you do. I came up with a name years ago, Karate America. It was martial arts American style. It's a very good name. A lot of schools use that name over the years. There's my students, Don and Teresa Weidman, they've actually trademarked the name Black Belt America. Another great name. There's also some names out there that really aren't probably that good. And if I was going to rename a school, which I've had to do a few times, it's not an easy trick. I would write down a bunch of the names that I'm thinking about using, and I would talk to the type of student that I want in my school. If I'm going to run a family-friendly school that's heavy into children, my name would reflect that. If one of the dumbest school names I saw years ago, I don't know, it wasn't actually the name, I guess, as much. Sometimes you can have a name that says what you do. If you don't have that, you should have a tagline. I mean, if you look at Dojo Max, they're making you money and saving you time, and they do. That's their job. Those are the two things that those guys do, and I'm with them, and that's what we do. If your name doesn't say exactly what you do, then your tagline should. And when I used to travel, one of my favorite things to do, whenever I was in the hotel room or whatever, is get out the old. Some of you guys aren't going to remember this, the old yellow page books, and you go in there and you look under martial arts schools, and you would try to look at the different names they're using, different stories they had. There's some real winners. But I was in some small town, I think it was in the South actually, and the guy said, "We are the sawed-off shotgun of martial arts. Bring your child to us, no sissy brother." And I remember thinking, man, there's somebody somewhere going, I've been going to all these martial arts schools, and all I can find is the regular shotgun type martial arts schools. And I really need a place that teaches sawed-off martial arts. Probably the single dumbest thing I've seen in an ad in most of my years. But here's another part. Here's the flip side of that. The name, I think, is only important when you're kind of getting started. Let me ask you this. If you were going to start a band today, make music, get rich, would you name it after a bunch of creepy crawlers that live under a rock? The Beatles did. And so they took a really stupid name for a band and they made it mean something completely different. So at some point, the name goes away and the name stands for your reputation. And that's why we talk a lot about our culture and our community, what we stand for, our unique selling positions, our branding, and that sort of thing. Very important that that is translated and associated with whatever name we're using out here. I use Dojo Nation. This video flips on the other side. I use Dojo Nation because I really feel we are a nation out there. If not a nation, a community, and we're a community in our nation. And I want that to be what it says. It says moving forward and giving back. And that's exactly what I've done with Dojo Nation since I started it out. It's a nonprofit, and that's what it does. So as you're maybe thinking about rebranding or maybe thinking about changing your name, take that name around and talk to parents. See what their feedback is. See what it puts in their mind. What's the first thing that comes to their mind when you if you're going to use that name? If the name of your school is going to be Kick Face Karate School, I'm probably not going to want to bring my kid there. If your name is going to be Hardest Puncher in Town Martial Arts School, I'm probably not going to want it. But there'll be a couple people come in though. So good luck to you thinking about it. As you're thinking about that, something you think about, hope this helps. Randy Reid here for Dojo Nation, sponsored by Dojo Max. Over and out.